All right, good morning, guys. Game today, 10:45 against Hastings. We are in the north rink of the Cottage Grove facility. There's 3 sheets of ice at that building. We're on the north rink. I will get there at 10:15 to help figure out what we're going to do with locker rooms or no locker rooms for the goaltenders when you guys show up at 10:20. Everybody else can roll in at 10:30. Try to give yourselves a little bit of time this morning to make sure you're there. Make sure you're at the rink on time so that we can get to where we're either going to be in a locker room or not in a locker room, but we can get to where we need to go so we can have everybody get ready and have a quick chat before we hit the ice. Here's our lineup tonight or this morning. Okay, nothing's changed. We don't know who we're going to start yet. We're going to try and match up some lines today. So be ready on the bench during the game, not just before the game in terms of who's going to be going out when. We're going to need the whole bench to accomplish what we need to do today. So everybody kind of be ready to get your name called up to jump onto the ice and fill a role that we need. All right. So for the whiteboard demonstration today. So here's how they like to set up on their power play. They like to go with sort of like an overload, and how we have this, this is how our overload looks. But they tend to shift this around a little bit, and they love to concentrate on their point shots. This is where they feed their power play to. They live for their power play with getting big shots from here and crashing the net once they get the puck up there. All right. So then how do you defend that on the penalty kill? Where it's very important is it's going to be these 2 guys up top. Our number 1 unit is Johnny and Henry. And then how those 2 spots fill in after them really kind of depends on, who goes to the box. If we have a forward that goes to the box that is normally a penalty kill 2, like Jarrett or Storm, that mixes things around. So everybody needs to know what this role is going to be today. Okay, the way that you take care of point shot heavy power plays is we do not sit here and here when the puck is on the half wall. We don't really want to cheat to the defense and leave the wide open ice in the middle. Okay, when the teams are really good for shots on the point on the power play, they're hoping that you commit way too much to the point and it leaves everything open down low, and then you get beat by what they're not best at. Okay, we want them to beat us at what they're best at. All right? If that's what it's going to take to beat us, then that's what it takes to beat us. So what happens a lot is this guy with the puck, near the puck, is he wants to shade up to protect that while this guy stays back. But that's actually kind of the wrong way we want to line this up. We want to flip this. Not sure where that puck came from. This guy, his role is very important to stay even with the puck. If this guy on the half wall happens to float up a little bit with it, then we just stay even with the puck, but we're still in the shooting lane of this point guy. We don't want to be committed too far out here and pressuring this guy, because the guy on the half wall is not the dangerous part. If the puck stays on that guy on the half wall, we'll let them spend 30 seconds out there with the puck. So we want to make sure we are in the shooting lane of that point guy and we're even with the puck. And this guy on the far side is the exact same thing. You're staying in the shooting lane of the defenseman that you want to cover, but you're even with the puck. All right? And we want to make sure that our sticks are still facing to the middle of the ice. Where'd that go? I'm going to flip this thing here. So we want to make sure that our sticks are still facing to the middle of the ice. Okay, we still don't want the really dangerous pass to get across. Now, our defense are going to be still going to be in their normal spots. Okay, and they're taking away those passing lanes. And then when the puck gets kicked out to the point, we find that we're already in the shooting lane then, and we just move outward. Okay? But if we get stuck out here and we now have to filter back into the shooting lane, we're not going to have enough time, and they're going to have their clear shots with their guys that love to have big, heavy shots. Okay? So forwards, just keep this in mind today. I'll remind you guys on the bench when we get to our first penalty kill, we stay even with the puck at whatever level that might be, but in the shooting lane of our defense, of their defensemen. Okay, as long as we do that, we'll find success on the penalty kill. We've had a good penalty kill all season, but now we're at that time of the season where if you slip on the penalty kill for a game, it's going to have a huge impact on if we survive today and move forward. So that's what we're going to do with the penalty kill today. One more quick thing with the whiteboard. Let's remember we do not want to make our turnovers here today. Okay, and this is regardless of which way we're attacking, which way we're defending. We want to make clean, crisp plays at the blue lines, whether that's getting pucks out by making a pass to maybe the center driving down the middle to get the puck into the neutral zone. That might be chipping the puck out to get it in the neutral zone using the boards. Picking your head up if you're a winger on the board so that you're not just kind of flinging something to the defense, but you have your head up, you're aware so that maybe you have time to skate with the puck. And then in terms of going in across the blue line into the offensive zone, if you can carry the puck and keep it wide, that's great. If that option is not available, it's getting the puck deep, whether you're ringing the puck all the way around for a teammate on the other side to be F1 or dumping it softly into the near corner so that you can be F1. We don't want to give this team odd man rushes, okay? And we also want to defend these parts of the ice so that we can make turnovers so that maybe we can get some odd man rushes. Some key things for today's game, all right? As I guess I don't think I mentioned earlier, Lane is in net today, all right? Number one today, we're gonna win special teams. That's gonna be key. Special teams is such a huge part of each game. We've played some very good 5-on-5 hockey in probably the last month, and I don't think that's going to change today with Hastings. I think we have the advantage 5-on-5. We've got the deep bench. As long as we play our game, our style, the way that we know that gives us the best chance to win, we're in a good position 5-on-5. So winning special teams is going to be concentrating on the penalty kill with those forwards, about staying even with the puck while also in the shooting lanes, and then on the power play. We've had a lot of 0 for 3, 0 for 4 on the power play, as of late. We did a lot of work on the power play this week with both units. What can be a huge change, it's not necessarily meaning going 4 for 4 today on the power play. But, a 1 for 3, a 2 for 4 on the power play, if you back that up by playing very good 5-on-5, that is a recipe for a win and moving on in playoffs, okay? Point number 2, defense wins in the playoffs. The first thing we did all season long was starting with our defense and how to line up, how to play defensive hockey. And we did a great job of making that sort of our identity. Not leaving guys open in front of the net, sticks on sticks, bodies on bodies, being aggressive in the corners, having center support, having weak side winger supporting in front of the net. We know what we need to do in terms of playing defense. We carry that into today. That's why we work so hard on defense. It's what wins in these playoff situations. And the third point today, all right, this is a win or season's done type of game. So every shift, everything. You can always go back after a game and look at the one shift where there was maybe a lazy back check that led to a goal, or the one shift where you really hustled and you became F2 and that helped with a turnover that got your own team a goal. You never know what those shifts are during a game until the game is done. You never know when that game-changing type shift is going to happen. So every shift, everything you got with your skill, with your mind in terms of knowing how to execute, when to execute, all right? We know what we need to do to be successful today. We've been working all year to play our best hockey come this time of the year. So let's bring our best in terms of physically, mentally. All right, do it for your teammates, do it for yourself. Let's have a lot of fun today, though. All right, this is the best part of hockey right here. These high pressure situations, and it just takes remembering what it takes to be successful. That's all it takes to make sure that you are successful in a win or go home game. All right, I'll see you guys at the rink in a couple hours. Go Cougars.